Hello from the Engerati studio. I'm Rose Bundock, Head of Commercial Content. I'm joined now by Ugur Yuksel, Secretary General of ELDA, the Turkish Association of Distribution System Operators.
Correct.
Thank you for joining me.
It's a pleasure.
You've prepared a roadmap for smart grids in Turkey with the date of 2023. How are you moving towards that goal?
Yes, we prepared this roadmap together with the regulator, EMRA, and with the participation of 21 distribution system operators of Turkey. And it has analyzed the current status of smart grid investments, clustering all DSOs. And it's also giving a forehand approach for the companies what needs to be done by year 2013. Taking into consideration of detailed aspects of the smart grid, from the network management, monitoring, controlling the network, to the empowering the consumers. As of today, we are going to be launching the outcomes of the report, and it is going to be closely followed by the regulator in terms of the investments to be done by the DSOs.
There's 21 DSOs. What will be the constraints for rolling out the smart grid?
Turkey is not an homogeneous country. We have very heterogeneous regions in 21. If you are in Istanbul, you see a kind of European style with the high demand on the electricity, with a high population or high urbanization. On the far east of the Turkey, you will see very little, not the electrification, but the demand is lower and the population is low, so it's creating different approaches for all DSOs. This is why we have clusters. We have different clusters for each region to be calculated what is needed for this specific region, what is the requirement of the consumer, and what is to be done at the network level. This is why each DSO has their own specific network, roadmap, and we have a general roadmap for Turkey as well. This is very, very complicated study with this regard.
So what are the drivers?
The drivers is empowering consumers, flexibility, digitalization, and the electrification of the network, as similar to the EU countries. Empowering the consumers required as well the flexibility and the digitalization. This is kind of, internal issues for empowering the consumers. If you cannot manage the digitalization or electrification sufficient level, you cannot empower the consumers. The driver, first of all, to increase the satisfaction level of the consumer and to reduce the carbon footprint for Turkey as well, the carbonization of the by electrification.
You're testing the cost-benefit analysis of smart grid technology. What do you feel will be the outcome?
Except for the smart meters, the outcome is all positive. For the smart meters, it requires further digitalization at the network, especially the flexibility on the electricity market. And this is why we have very conservative approach for the deployment of smart meters for Turkey. By year 2025, we are targeting 5 million meters at maximum income compared to the 40 million consumers as of today, which is very low percentage of the deployment or penetration of the smart meters. But what we are focusing on is more the connectivity of the people, through the digitalization of the network, therefore we don't need to be maybe 100% utilizing the smart meters at the network level. We can provide them sufficient flexibility through the digitalization.
In terms of IT infrastructure, what kind of investments do you think DSOs will be making?
Today, starting from the network side, it is SCADA, a geographical information system, asset management, outage management, mobile workforce management. All those type of technological investments has already been done. Not completely, but sufficiently enough. On the flexibility level or the distributed generation part, we still way to go, because compared to the rest of the Europe, the distributed generation at the consumer level, what I mean the prosumers, The numbers are very low as of today, but it is being incentivized by the government. Soon we are going to be seeing significant increase, especially on the rooftop solar panels. This requires additional investment by DSO level. And as I mentioned about the smart meters, there we still need a lot of investments and way to go.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your insights. Thank you for joining us. You've been watching the Engerati studio. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch plenty more videos.